The Google Pixel series is known for having regular security patches and updates, but that has recently changed to become one of the longest official support windows in the industry. If you have a Google Pixel, here's how long your device will be supported and steps to take if your device isn't supported anymore. Before that though, hit subscribe to become part of a growing community of like-minded people focused on Pixel, Android, and lots of other things in between. We'd be thrilled to have you as part of the team. So one of the major reasons people love the Google Pixel lineup is that they get updates on day one when an OS upgrade is announced. Google makes it super easy to get OTA updates either directly on your phone or by using developer options to flash these manually if you can't wait for a notification ping. And we have a lovely guide on site here and on YouTube that you want to check out. There's a link down below and a link in the description for that video as well, if you do want to learn how to flash updates for yourself. So back when the OG Pixel launched way back in 2016, it was one of the first phones to ship with 3 years of guaranteed OS updates and regular monthly security patches here on the Android side of the fence. This actually remained the same for the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 3, but a couple of exceptions were made to give specific devices more updates beyond that 3-year window where they were needed. So as of late 2024, the OG Pixel, the Pixel 2, the 3, the 3A, the 4, the 4A, the 5, and the 5A are no longer supported officially by Google. The 5A actually had its last update back in August, so from now on, with any of these devices, you're out of that official support window and you're on your own. None of these phones will receive updates from Google unless a super critical vulnerability is deemed necessary to fix or patch. Luckily, nothing so far. So you may want to look into alternative support options. We'll have more information on that later on in this video. That means that from the Pixel 6 and onwards, Google has also changed the update schedule, which is really good to know, from 3 to 5 years. Let's get into the supported hardware now though. As I noted, starting with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, which were launched in October 2021, these devices marked the introduction of Google's in-house Tensor chip, enhancing AI machine learning capabilities. Both devices though came with the first major expansion in the support window of one of Google's phones, with 3 OS updates guaranteed. Obviously that's par for the course, but 5 years of security patches were promised. These handsets are supported therefore until October 2026, aligning with Google's first 5-year support commitment for Tensor-powered Pixel phones. The mid-range Pixel 6a, which was released a few months later in 2022 as a more affordable option, this device also enjoys extended support through to July 2027, providing pretty excellent longevity for a budget-friendly model. The Pixel 7 series were released back in 2022, and both of these devices, the 7 and 7 Pro, will receive OS updates and security patches until October 2027. And like the 6A, the mid-range 7A followed a year later. This was launched in 2023. This has Google's expanded support for Pixel A series devices, with updates assured until May 2028. Again, this is 3 OS upgrades plus 5 years of security patches. If you're wondering about the Pixel Watch, this was also first announced alongside the Pixel 7 series in October 2022. This is a little bit of a unique product in Google's lineup, and as such, isn't going to get the same level of support. The Pixel Watch will be supported until October 2025, marking a 3-year window. This window does include all major Wear OS updates during the time period, unless stated otherwise by Google, and at this stage, it seems like it's getting every single major OS update for Wear OS. The Pixel tablet was touted alongside the Pixel 7 series, but eventually launched in June 2023, and like the Pixel Watch, as it isn't a standard smartphone device, it doesn't have the same update window as a regular phone. It will be supported for just 3 years, and support is slated to end in June 2026. This may change though, given it does have the same internals as a Pixel 7 series with that Tensor G2 processor, but there's no official word on this at this time. Also launched alongside the Pixel tablet, the first foldable Pixel, the Pixel Fold, is going to get that full 5 years of support that includes the at least 3 full Android versions and a further 2 years of security patches on top of that. This means that the Pixel Fold updates will cease in June 2028. The Pixel 8 and 8 Pro launched in October 2023 and are Google's first cohort of hardware to get what was, at least at the time, an unprecedented 7-year Android support window, industry leading at launch. Unlike the previous generations, Google does not differentiate between OS updates and security patches on the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro, so in theory, this means every single platform update until October 2030. 2030. At just $499, the Pixel 8a could also be the cheapest device with a dedicated 7-year support window. This was released in May 2024 and is expected to receive updates in the same manner as the 8 series until May 2031. Also launched alongside the Pixel 8 series was the Pixel Watch 2. This follow-up does retain that 3-year update window, so support for that wearable will end in October 2026. As the latest hardware though in Google's smartphone lineup, the Pixel 9 series was released in August 2024, slightly earlier than previous generations. It also is the biggest concurrent launch lineup and consists of the Pixel 9, the 9 Pro, the 9 Pro XL, and the 9 Pro Fold. Every single one of these models is also set to follow Google's new 7-year support policy, extending OS and security updates until at least August 2031. It's not clear if Android 15 does count as one of those updates, but we do believe it is, so it should be safe to assume that based on that usual Android update cycle, it will get lots of updates. This would mean that the Pixel 9 series will get at least up to Android 21, which is a long way away. A confusing conundrum here though is that this could actually be the same version that the Pixel 8 series will be updated to, hence the confusion. We do know that Android 16 is coming earlier than usual, so that could also change how many updates the Pixel 8 and 9 series hardware does get. So we're not 100% certain, but at least you know you're updated at least until 2031. The Pixel Watch 3, which comes in 2 flavors, continues that trend of 3-year update cycles. It will receive Wear OS releases from now until at least October 2027. So that's Google's official cycles, but what do you do when these guaranteed updates actually end for your Pixel? I think for most people, we'd suggest upgrading to a new model once your phone is no longer officially supported. So that means if you have an older Pixel, like for instance the Pixel 3 or 3a and older than that, you might have a much better day-to-day experience grabbing a more recent phone, as you will see substantial upgrades. That said, if you're adamant that you want to keep using your existing phone and are in it for the long haul, then you may want to think about flashing a custom ROM on your device. Yes, custom ROMs still exist. Third-party ROMs like Lineage OS, Graphene OS, and some others that we've reviewed here on this channel are reputable ways to extend device lifespan with continued security and OS updates. I think Lineage OS is one of the best ones as it currently supports all Pixel smartphones, excluding the recent Pixel 9 series as of this video going live. But by flashing a custom ROM, you can continue using your phone with some extra peace of mind, knowing that it will be safe, secure, and updated, and you might get some new features that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to get hold of. We'd recommend this approach if you are willing to do a little bit of tinkering of your own. Installing custom ROMs though does require some technical steps, and security updates may not always match Google's level, so it's important to weigh these considerations in and out before diving into a new custom ROM. As we know, for most people, we do think an upgrade will be a better option. That said, are you one of these people who wants to hang on to your phone for a long period of time? It's always interesting to see what people do with their devices, especially as support is fairly flexible from what we can see of the Google Pixel series the last few years. Then again, if you've bought something from the Pixel 8 and above, you're going to be supported for a long time to come. Let me know down in the comment sections below, and a big thank you to our channel members on screen now. We love you guys. But until next time, hopefully this has helped you out, helped you understand how long your Google Pixel is supported for. But until next time, I'll speak to you later.